Hi, class. Welcome to Unit 3 and Technologies of Communication. I can't believe we're already in Unit 3. So congratulations on completing Unit 2. And let's take a look at what we have going on this week. So, of course, you want to come in and read any announcements for the week. And then we'll go into Unit 3. And Unit 3, we're going to be talking about something called media literacy. You may have studied information literacy at some point in one of your courses, particularly an English course. Information literacy is really the study of how to use information. And so that's something that you probably would have discussed in a research class, something like that. And so what we're talking about is a little bit different in this course. We're going to be talking about how to be literate when using media. As we know, we are inundated all the time with information from media sources, whether it's on your phone, on your laptop, when you're driving down the road, when you're watching television, we are inundated with information. And so we are going to be talking this week about how to use that information, how to process that, how to determine bias, how to determine what media information to use, what to not use. So this is a really, really interesting, I think, an important week in the course. So in order to do that, we are going to have these learning objectives this week, which are to consider the past and present impact of technology on the news media, to examine how media has changed from a gatekeeper-driven environment to one where users create content and control the message, to apply the concepts of using literacy to identify misinformation and or bias in the news media, and to employ web writing best practices to create a scannable blog post. So to do that, you want to make sure that you read all of the supplemental materials for the week. It's not too bad, really. It's a lot, I think, a little bit of a lighter reading than we've had in the previous 2 weeks. And then this week, we're going to be discussing media literacy, and you're going to answer each of these three questions. After viewing and reading the media literacy resources provided this week, how media literate are you? You may be surprised, actually. Do you typically check on more than one source for news information, or do you trust one source? I think it's really typical for people to trust one source, which can lead to not receiving the best information. So that's something we'll talk about this week. Does your main news source stand up to the VIA test outlined in your reading? Why or why not? And think about what you've learned about bias in the news. Do you see any bias in your main news sources? And then you're going to reply to your colleagues this week as well. Remember, your first post is due on Wednesday of the week. Your last post is due on Sunday. You need to post on 3 different days of the week, and you need to respond at least 4 times in class discussion. So this week you're going to be continuing your Twitter assignment, but it's going to be a little bit different this week. This week's Twitter assignment challenges you to be the media literate fact checker. With your new awareness of media literacy, astroturfing, bias, and other misinformation in the news media, continue tweeting this week with a particular emphasis, at least half of your total tweets on sharing examples of what you consider relevant and reliable news content and or news content that seems biased or unsubstantiated, or even a hoax. Remember, you have to tweet or retweet 14 tweets this week. And then you're going to continue your blog assignment for this week. And this one's going to be, I think, really fun. You're going to take the content from your week 2 assignment. I am currently working on grading those and hope to have those graded for you by Wednesday so that you can go ahead and get those laid out into your WordPress program. And so what you're going to do this week is be putting the information in your WordPress program, and you're going to be doing a lot of formatting. You're going to be adding pictures and images. You're going to be using bullets and numbered lists to help chunk the text. You're going to be using subheads. You're going to be providing links. And, you're going to be working on all of those sort of formatting elements to improve the readability and usability of your blog. So it is something that might take you a little bit of time to work on. So my plan is to have your assignments from Unit 2 back to you by Wednesday, and that gives you Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to work on this assignment, and it may take you that much time. While you're waiting on me to grade your papers, go ahead and get into your WordPress program and just go ahead and start playing around in there with all the formatting tools. So when you do get your assignment with feedback from me, you are ready to just go ahead and input that in and start making the formatting changes. So, and I just wanted to go ahead and show you a few examples of some pretty well done student blogs. So here's one. If you want to take a look at that, I've posted the links in the announcements for this. So this could give you an idea of, you can see I like that this list, it's numbered, it has visuals, the text is chunked, it has headings, it has all of those elements that we want to have in our blogs. Here's another one. I think this one could use with a little more headings. Has very nice visuals, however, and it's actually pretty well done. This has a bulleted list, so could use headings a little bit better, but uses photographs really, really well. So if you could, oh, here's a nice one. Okay, this is a nice piece with the photograph, and then it has bulleted list, numbered list, headings. So this one right here is actually very well done. And then here's another one that I think is pretty well done as well. Has a numbered list, has the heading, has very small paragraphs, has nice visual images. Paragraphs are pretty short. This one's maybe a little long, but overall pretty short paragraphs. So you can get an idea there of what to do on your blog. So just to recap, you have 3 graded assignments for this week. You have a discussion on media literacy. You're going to continue working in Twitter, but it's going to be a little different because you're going to be using your knowledge, media literacy, to find tweets that relate to bias or astroturfing or misleading information in the news. Again, you're going to tweet or retweet 14 tweets in this unit. And then for Unit 3's assignment, you are going to be taking the blog that you wrote in Unit 2 and adding it into the actual WordPress program and formatting it for publication. So as I mentioned, I will have that back to you by the end of day Wednesday. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you.